Hello everyone, so this is 2018 question 1 and I've done a good bit of the setup really to keep the video so that it won't be too long, okay? Now, starting off here, I've my elevation and I've most of my plan done, and what you'll find out doing these drawings is that you'll be able to do so much of one view and then you'll have to leave it and maybe you'll find something out in another view and come back to it, okay? But I have the main bit of the plan finished, okay? Also the elevation, the main piece. So I'm going to do the curve on the top is the first thing I'm going to do now, okay? Now, and then we'll work our way through the end view. So these curves up here on the top, if you're looking at the question in front of you, you're told that they're radius 60, okay? And remember to go to examinations.ie for all of these questions when you're practicing them. Now, we have 2 points on the curve, here and here. So if I put down my compass there, and I swing a light arc, and I go over the other side, and I swing a light arc, where the two meet will give me the point to put down my compass and draw in my arc from one side there to the other, okay? And I can do the same over here, swing a light arc from one point, swing a light arc from the other point, and then we put down our compass here and draw in this arc. Now the reason that works is, I'll just do a quick sketch over here. If I had a circle here, I would say it's radius 60, usually what you do is you put down pick a point anywhere on the page and you set your compass to 60 and you'll be able to draw that circle. Well, if I came along with a printed sheet of paper with a circle on it, no center, right? And I told you that was radius 60. Well, if you picked any point on the curve, okay, and you swung an arc from here, and you swung an arc from there, it would find you the center, because any point you pick on a circle like that, radius 60, any point on the circumference to the edge is 60, and that's why that works, okay? Now there's just a tiny other little bit to finish off from the top there, and so we'll just draw this across here. And it's just given us the radius there, it doesn't say it, it just tells us it's from here where the two big arcs meet to the top here, and we'll just draw in that guy there. And now I can drop this point up here down to my plan view, and that's what I was on about, that sometimes you'll do so much in view you'll have to leave it and then you come back later on. Okay, so that's pretty much finished out, bare a bit of hidden detail here in the end view, okay, down here on the end pieces. Now, if we go over here now, we're going to start the end view. So I just have the main backboard there. I now know the height, okay, so I could take that across there. And I can finish this guy up as far as here. And I always say to people when you're drawing these, draw what's closest to you first, okay? And I'm just going to bring across one height here, which is this guy here, where the small arc meets the big two arcs, because you would have a bit of hidden detail there. Okay, so that's the backboard of it. Now, what we need to do, I do put on next, is the side piece here. And once you have this, you know, you've pretty much most of it done, okay? So the side piece, it starts down here at the very edge, okay? Now, this question isn't very clear, but it's going up here to 30 mil out, okay? So I'm taking this height across here, coming out 30 mil, okay? And I'm just, for the moment, I'm just going to do a light line in here. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because we're told there's a fillet here, radius 20, okay? Now, if you want to put in, to find the place then to put a compass in for a fillet like this. Now, when I was doing, just to go back here, when I was doing in plan view, it was very simple on this shelf down here. It was a 10 mil fillet, so I came in 10 from this edge, I measured in perpendicularly, and 10 from this edge, and I was able to put my compass down here. Now, what you've got to do in such a circumstance here, and I'll just get a colour to illustrate it, I'm going to come in 20 there, and I'm going to measure vertically down 20, okay? And if I just do a little line here, now that's 20 mil away from this line up here, and this guy over here should be 20. So this guy is parallel to this guy is parallel to this one here. Now, if you set your compass to radius 20 now, that'll let us put in that fillet there. And we just swing it up there then to the top. And with that in heavy now, just lighten that line a bit. Now I'll put in my heavy line going up to the top. Okay, and we can bring in this guy over here. That will finish out that there. Now, the only slightly unusual thing is there's a hole in the side of this, and it is in the shape of an egg itself. Okay, so we know that it's to find the center it's based on a circle. To find the center, it's coming out 30, which would be on this line, and we measure up 65. We'll find the first place to put our compass from. Okay. Now again, we'll put down our compass here. Now the bottom half of this would be heavy. Okay. So swing it in. A heavy one there. Now you could put in it's lightly done there in the question, and the top half is just very lightly done. It's the bottom half here now that would be heavy, finished. Now, how do we find the rest then? It's telling us that if we set our compass to 40, the diameter, and we swing an arc up here, and we swing an arc from this side, so I'll just label them, that's part of it now, sorry, that'll get, so I'll just label that, swing from A and swing from B, that's the diameter, okay. Now the reason we needed, I'm just looking at the question now, the reason we needed this guy here, that light circle, was it's telling us now that there's another circle, arc to be swung, we'll call it from C, okay, and it's CD is the radius, okay, and that'll just round out the top of the egg for us, okay. So we just narrow down our compass, set it to CD like you see there, okay, and then if your compass doesn't slip, you'll be able to draw in the top of the rounded egg there, okay. Now I'll just do that a bit heavier than some of them lines with my compass. Okay. So there's two arcs there. You swing radius 40 from A, radius 40 from B lightly, okay. Then draw in a line, B going through C to D, okay. And then it's CD is the last radius you need to just to get that bit of a rounding in the top of the egg, okay. Now once you do that, we can bring across this and we put in our hidden detail here on the elevation. And we can put this in here as well, the top of the egg. Okay, so that's just showing where the egg will be on the side. We can, and the other place we need to put that egg now would be, we have the width actually going back here already. Just to take that into account. Now I've put the top shelf in brown there. By the way, if I didn't say so already, they've told you in the questions evenly spaced out. So the distance from this line to this was 160. We know these are 40, 40, 40. That's 120. Take 120 from 160 and that leaves with 40. So it leaves 10 of a space and 10, 10, 10. Okay, so it's evenly spaced out on the shelves. Okay. So we haven't too much to do now, more to do now. So we've the elevation and plan fully finished out. So we'll just finish out our in view now. And what we need there is our shelves, okay. Now the bottom shelf is coming all the way out to the front. Okay. And the top shelf now is coming out up here. And it's coming out it's 60 wide. We can see that in the question. Okay. Now, the only thing we have to put into them two shelves in a moment now is the hidden detail of where the circular holes are cut for so to allow the eggs to sit into it. Okay. So I've them coming up already from plan. So if you see, I've brought up a line here, it'll go straight up. This will be one here, and it's 40 wide. And same on the bottom now. It's coming up here. So just check the lines, follow them, make sure you're on the right one. And that is the drawing itself finished. Okay. So remember, key things we learn in there that they commonly ask is, you know, they give you 2 points on a well, that arc is part of a circle, okay, and they'll ask you to find the center. So it's the radius, swing from both points, and it'll find you the center, as I showed you in the sketch example over here. Actually, one last thing there, it was asking part 4 there, which is using notes and freehand sketch suggests suitable methods of jointing the shelf to the ends. Okay, so these shelves that go in here, what would be a suitable method? So what I would do is I'd pick a housing joint, to be honest with you. It's probably the most straightforward. And if we just want to do a quick sketch, now you would have an A2 sheet, so you wouldn't have to worry about this fitting. And by the way, I had 2 A3 sheets here. I had to tape on one behind it because of the size of the drawing. Okay, so usually what I do is I just draw one of them. Just give you a tip for sketching there. I draw one of them and I forget completely for a moment, all very lightly, about the other object. So if I was making this in real life, I would take out a trench there, okay, and I just make it simple. I take it out the full way. You could do a stopped housing trench, but I'd take out that. Now do it all very lightly until you're happy with the lines, okay? And I just line it up like this. I do bring out a couple of light lines. I'll probably bring them out a bit heavier now just to so you can see it, to emphasize it. Now you would have seen, and I might put a couple of arrows even into it so that this would slot in there. You would have seen something like this if you had Lego, as I said before, probably in another video, when you were a kid. You'd see the way the pieces do slot together, okay? And, you know, you can have the hole going on there, which will look now like an ellipse. Bit of grain on it. And then, when you're happy with it then, folks, you can do out the lines you're happy with a bit heavier. And I'd put a bit of color shade on it as well. And it's asking there to give a couple of reasons for that. I think a housing joint, the reasons I'd be picking a housing joint like that, it's the most suitable really, okay? It'll be strong, long lasting, and there'll be no need for fixings or metal. And what I mean by that would be like a screw or anything like that, you know. So once that's slotted in there, that'll be a good solid joint to have, and you know, glue it up, and you know, it should last you a lifetime really. Okay, so that's the question finished there, folks. Hope you found that video useful. More to come. Keep safe, folks, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay.